What's going on, Terminator? Sports Terminator back with another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about a potential scenario that was reported by the Yankees on Wednesday. Now on Wednesday, it was reported that Aaron Judge said to Manny Machado in a spring training game that you look good in pinstripes. Now, I was just in class seeing this, I get a notification, and death is what I feel. Having Manny Machado next year in free agency it's being hyped up as the best free agency ever, and that is not an understatement, as people like Manny Machado, Bryce Harper, Donaldson, Kershaw might not hit the open market, McCutchen, like there's so many, the list just goes on and on and on, and some people might sign extensions, but it's expected for the most part that this offseason is going to be really crazy, and definitely is going to blow this one out of the water. This offseason was absolutely terrible. There's still not, some people signed, like Alex Cobb still isn't signed. It's just been a bad and really boring offseason with a lot of, might be collusion or might be just like a bunch of things. Maybe teams are getting smarter and they don't want to give out big contracts, but that's a story for another day. Now this story is that Judge obviously trying to, even if it might be playful, trying to court Manny Machado. Now the Yankees have been rumored that they're not doing their big spending, although they recently added Giancarlo Stanton, which was a sneaky ad by the Marlins retaining salary. And yeah, they're rumored to maybe get one or even two of the mega free agent guys. So their only real like hole, if you can call it, is at third base or possibly shortstop, depending where you put Gregorius. I would assume Machado would play third base. Well, it could flip back and forth, but that's a good problem to have. But just imagining this lineup scares the crap out of me. Imagine having a middle of the order of Judge, Stanton, Sanchez, and Machado. That is nuts. Like Judge and Stanton are like perennial, like at minimum 40, usually 50 home run guys. And Sanchez is no slouch either. He can easily hit 40. So the Yankees they've been like kind of like a wish-wash team, like first round exits. With last year, they had a really good team and they almost made it to the World Series, just barely got beat out by the Houston Astros. And adding Machado and possibly a starting pitcher could bring the evil empire back. And by the evil empire, I mean of the Yankees of old, the Yankees that, oh, there's no doubt, throw away the season, the Yankees are winning the championship. Now, as a Blue Jays fan, this is really painful to see, as it is almost going back to the AL East days of old. Yankees, and not even to mention Boston, they have a great team after adding JD Martinez, to the days where it's almost just a two-team league in the AL East, and it's really not too much competition, and it's just it's just tough to see. But from a Yankees perspective, obviously you're excited, and not to mention they didn't even give up that many of, not even their top prospects. They still have Gleyber Torres, who could be their potential shortstop. So you could have Gleyber Torres and Manny Machado on the left side of the infield, and possibly flip Gregorius for a starting pitcher. And they also have players like Clint Frazier in the outfield, and the list just goes on and on and on. They're going to be able to trade all their excess players for their holes that they have at the trade deadline. So there'll always be players at the trade deadline, and it almost seems inevitable that they will win a World Series. Now, this year is like, they still have a really good chance to win a World Series, but next year, after the mega free agency is done, and they will undoubtedly add I don't see how this team doesn't win a World Series. I would go as far to say if they don't win a World Series, that's a huge flop. Now, they already have a lot of pressure on them this season. If they don't win the division, that's a flop. If they don't do anything in the playoffs, that's a flop. Like, this team is just way too stacked. Now, I could go on and on and on, but it just makes me more frustrated and more jealous of being a Yankees, as being a Blue Jays fan, looking from the Yankees perspective. But the Blue Jays also have a few young prospects like Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero, but that's for another video. Anyways, thanks you guys for watching. See you guys next time.
No side, no bad days in LA. I'ma set a 7 seas just to separate myself.